Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Coaching from the Couch. I'm Matt Gregory. Today is part 2 of my conversation with Darin and Beth from Darin Ranker Architects. And today we're going to dive into some of the more technical terms of architecture. So with that, Beth, I'm going to give you a list of terms and you give me the definition. Okay?
Sure.
The first one is as-built.
As-built. That is the existing condition of a building as it stands today. So we would typically go in and measure the space and document where all the existing walls, doors, and cabinetry are today.
Okay. Especially helpful if you have someone that drew something that might not have included columns, for example.
Correct.
Right.
Those are an important component.
Yes. Great. Okay. Schematic or space plan?
Schematic or space plan would indicate how you want the space to look. So we would take the tenant's program, their needs, how many offices, conference rooms, that type of thing, and modify the existing drawings that we have, the as-builts, to accommodate their new needs.
Okay. And maybe even walk around the tenant's current space to figure out what they like or what they don't like.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Do people sometimes refer to that also as a test fit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So multiple terms all mean the same thing.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. How about design development drawings?
Design development drawings would be one step further than a schematic design. They would include such details of existing electrical locations, possible new electrical locations, lighting, some finishes, full elevations on how a break room would look. So they just have an extra layer of detail there that is beneficial for pricing.
Okay. I think I've heard some people refer to it as scope notes, like what type of flooring's going here, what type of flooring's going there. That would be included in that?
Yep, that would be included.
Okay. How about construction drawings?
Construction drawings would include the mechanical, the electrical, the plumbing, all the necessary details that a contractor would need to build out the space and that a building department would need to review the drawings and give us a permit.
Okay. And often abbreviated as MEPs, right?
The MEPs, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, yes.
Okay. So going through all 4 of those are kind of building on each other, right?
Correct.
Yep.
You need one. You have to start step 1 in order to get to step 4.
Okay, great. Darin, we also hear terms like conditional use or variance. Mm-hmm. Can you explain what that means?
Sure. Conditional use allows one to obtain a building permit and occupancy in a building or space that is not an approved use within the municipality. They're usually granted with conditions such as maximum occupancy not to exceed a certain number, or your business hours need to be from this time to this time. Okay. A variance is granted typically due to the fact that there's a hardship. A site plan. We have a building that we're restricted by current adjacent setback lines. Typically, there has to be a hardship to get a variance approved. Yeah.
But from a conditional use standpoint, it's often like this use is acceptable subject to certain conditions being met.
That's correct.
Okay. That's where that word comes
Yep,
from.
absolutely.
Okay. All right, everyone. That's a wrap on part 2. Please join us for part 3, where we're going to discuss some of the timelines that are affecting deals today. So thanks for tuning in. Talk to you all next time.